phrasing, how you phrase something. It's the way, it's like all these things to do with the voice. It is the way an actor creates an effect. So, for example, there's an actor called Noel Coward, and his phrasing was considered to be rather clipped, and it's sort of inferred British upper class accent. And so instead of saying "oh hello," it might be "oh hello, oh hello." So it's clipping the sounds, clipping the vowel sounds, but not quite pronouncing them as we might, not pronouncing those consonants in the way that we would tend to do, speaking standard English. And the phrasing. So if you are playing a particular kind of role, then your phrasing, you're going to pay attention to consonants maybe. If you have this kind of standard British accent, then the phrasing is going to you're going to be pronouncing the T's at the end of the word, so that the phrasing is quite precise. It shows middle class or upper middle class. And so it's the way you phrase a sentence that helps an audience get an understanding or an idea of what your character is supposed to be like, who you're supposed to be. In the same way, if your character is a bit more street, then you're going to phrase it a bit like, so you're going to round off those sounds in it. So you put in those kind of, you're rounding it off, and you're creating that kind of vocal effect. That's a kind of phrasing. So you think about your phrasing, you think about what your character is supposed to be. If your character is supposed to be street, then you're going to use a street phrase, a sort of phrase that's appropriate for a street. For the street, if it's a very middle class educated person, you're not going to do the same thing. I'm not suggesting if you're street you're not educated, but what I'm talking about is an accent that is stereotypical with a middle class educated accent. How you phrase the things you say, and look at how I am phrasing the things I say now. I'm trying to be precise, I'm trying to be clear, I'm trying to make sure that the consonantal sounds are strong. Another aspect of phrasing, I suppose, is the glottal stop. You know, how you phrase things. If you say butter, there's this thing called the glottis, and you've got a glottal stop there, butter, glottal stop, rather than butter, which is on the teeth. Butter. So the sound is from there. How do you phrase the words you speak?